Matter device is not in the market yet, but as Matter is open sourced, we can build a Matter device by ourselves. In this video, I'll show you how to build a Matter device from scratch within 10 minutes. To build a Matter device, you'll need a ESP32 device, a laptop, and a USB-C to USB adapter if you are on Mac without USB port. For ESP32 device, I am using the ESP32 dev kit from M5 Stack. It's priced at $39.9. It has Bluetooth, Wi-Fi built-in support, and a LED screen. I added a link in the description of this video. Feel free to check it out. Let's get started. Matter is initially branded as Connect Home over IP as it's based on IP protocol. Then it's rebranded as Matter. The repo name on GitHub, Connect Home IP, is still the legacy name, so don't get surprised. The repo contains Matter protocol implementation on major platforms. The one that we are interested in is examples, All Cluster app. All Cluster app contains Matter device side implementation for multiple device types. It contains the implementation for light bulb, thermometer, and door lock, etc. So we're going to install All Cluster app on ESP32 device to build our Matter device. So first, we need to set up the environment to build the app. There are two things are required for the setup. The first is ESP-IDF. It's a toolchain that we need to install so that we can build All Cluster app for ESP32, and we will also use it to flash the binary to our ESP32 device. Installation of ESP-IDF is pretty straightforward. We need first to clone the repo of ESP-IDF. Note we are cloning version 4.4.3. Then we'll just need to run the install script. As I have already pre-cloned the repo, I'll just go ahead and run the install script. It may take a while for the build to finish. Now it's finished. We will need to run source export.sh to add the path of IDF to our path variable so that IDF binary is in the path. So now we'll just use a very simple command to see if IDF is properly set up. As you can see here, running idf.py --harp gives us the harp information. It's installed successfully. Now we can set up our Matter environment. You can find the instructions in a README file about how to set up Matter in docs, guides, building.md. So the very first step is to clone Matter repository from GitHub. Matter is a huge repo, about 25 GB in size, so it's gonna take some time to clone the repo. I suggest start cloning early while you are doing other things. Then we need to install the prerequisites. On different platforms, we have different prerequisites. In my case, I'm on Mac, so I'm going to run the command to install OpenSSL and pkgconfig, and also run the configuration command. I cloned the repo previously and already ran those commands, so I'll skip this part. I'll show you guys how to activate Matter environment. It's pretty simple. With navigating to the Matter repo under root directory, we just need to run source scripts activate.sh. It will activate Matter environment for you. Looks like our environment is successfully set up. Now we can go ahead and build the All Cluster app. Let's go back to the README in All Cluster app under ESP32. To build the app, it's pretty simple. You just need to run idf.py build. But in our case, as we want to target M5 stack, we want to run idf.py menu config to change the target to M5 stack. If you don't change the target, it's still going to be working, but you now see the UI interface on the screen of M5 stack device. So we will run the command. Oops, there's an error. It says the Python interpreter used is different from IDF Python environment. This is because when we activate Matter environment, Matter itself has set up its Python environment which overrides the one used by IDF. To fix it, it's actually very simple. We can just prepend IDF's Python interpreter into our system path so that it will be selected first. Let's just do that. Okay, now let's run our previous command. Now it's working. We can configure the target by select demo and then M5 stack. The default option here is M5 stack is because I previously configured and saved. In your case, you might see ESP32 dev kit 32 here. Now we will press S to save and press ESC to quit the configuration. We can run idf.py build now. As you can see, our all-cluster app is successfully built. The next step is to flash it to our ESP32 device. Before we run the command, we need to figure out the USB port we'll be using. From the README, some users has to install VCP driver before we can see the port. As I'm using a Mac with USB-C, I need to install the driver. After installing the driver, we can plug in our ESP32 device, and we can list all the port by ls/ddev/tty. You can unplug and replug ESP32 device to determine which port is for ESP32. In my case, it is /dev/tts.slab/usb2uart. So I'm going to run the flash command. The monitor at the end of the command will connect to ESP32 device and let us see the logs where our cluster app is running. Now flashing is about to finish as it reaches to 100%. Now we can see our cluster app is running on ESP32 by looking to the logs. Each Matter device comes with a QR code for setup. We can find the QR code in our log here. If we paste the URL into our browser, we can see the generated QR code. Congrats! Now you have a Matter device successfully set up. As Matter device is set up, it will be in commissioning mode. It broadcasts via Bluetooth channel about itself. And we can use iPhone app to set up Matter device so that we can control Matter device via local network. I have another video shows how to set up and control the Matter device with iPhone that I linked it here. Feel free to check it out. If you like this video and want to know more about programming, please do click subscribe button and the like button of this video. That's all for today. Thank you.